So now we're just going to take that good alignment and we're now going to put a bit of resistance into it. So I'm just using the quite a lightweight resistance band here. Okay, I'm not trying to load too much. All I'm trying to do is now create a bit more instability and a little bit more challenge, a bit more complication. So again, just like you would have been practicing, you're going to just put yourself into that full alignment. I'm not going to go through the whole thing now, but just neutral pelvis, ribs over the top of your pelvis, hips over the top of your ankle. And then we're going to do some rows with you in a neutral position. You're going to exhale on the exertion, so bringing those hands down by your side. You're going to just breathe out at the same time, and you'll naturally feel your tummy and your pelvic floor engage a little bit. And it's this gentle engagement, not a strong engagement. So you just want to feel they naturally draw in a little bit as you exhale. Okay, the shoulders, you're just bringing the hands by your sides. What we're not doing here is squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. Imagine that you've got a little bit of a widening across the two shoulder blades. So you're feeling that opening here. We're going to exhale, bring the hands by your side. Inhale, bring them back. You will stay a little bit engaged as you bring them back. Let everything rest at the top. And then again, exhale as you start to move into the next repetition. Inhale, relax between the reps, engage as you go again. So you would carry on with that for basically as many reps as you feel comfortable with. So I'd start with aiming for 8 to 12, and then what I'm going to get you to do is move into the next part of this exercise, which is to take what we learned previously in some previous training, where you take a hand in front of the chest and a hand in front of the pelvis. So you've got that nice alignment starting. Now come a little forward into that skier's position. Because you've been practicing this on its own, you should hopefully now be able to take those hands away and be able to maintain that alignment, so that now you can do that exact same exercise as you previously did, but now in this slight skier's position. So again, training that slightly off alignment movement, so that you're getting great at being able to do forward pushing movements, driving movements, and this will also again help to get out of the habit of throwing the chest high and tucking the bum to be able to create stability. It's helping you to learn to keep a really stable core, stable center, with the core always just slightly preceding the any other body movement. So this is why we start to breathe out as you just as you're beginning to move. So your the core is naturally kicking in because you're breathing out just before you actually make the shoulder movement. And again, if you want to play around with that at home, what you can do is just, without even thinking about the core, just pull the band, and you'll feel it feels much less stable, unless your core, I was stable because my core is very responsive now, but when your core's not very responsive, what you'll find is if you just dive straight in and pull the band, then firstly it'll feel a lot harder on the arms, and secondly, you're going to feel much less connected and stable at the centre. There might even be some shifts elsewhere in your body. Whereas if you set yourself up correctly, nicely aligned, breathe out and then start to move. Stay connected as you bring the arms back. Relax at the top. And again, in this sort of forward alignment, you're just going for a number of reps that feels challenging to be able to kind of keep the good form for, because you're not going to get massively tired doing this, but the form is hard to maintain because you have to think a little bit when you're retraining your core. And then, so again, going between something like 8 to 12 reps. And then what I'll get you to do is, if you're feeling ready to do another set, if it feels like you're feeling fine to do another set, then go around and do another set straight up and another set slightly forward leaning. And then that's the end.